The pay gap, the indestructible pay gap. So this comes up a lot. I hear it a lot. I watch a lot of channels on YouTube, and there's some people they'll talk about the pay gap for women, and they'll say, "Oh, this is one of the biggest issues that women make less than men." I thought about it for a little bit. I was actually on a bike ride, and I was thinking about the pay gap, and I think it's really simple. The conclusion. You got a lot of diversity hires. You got women being hired over men. You got black people being hired over white men or just white people in general. You got all kinds of elements of discrimination in the workplace that's kind of seen as normal, widely seen as normal. Um, the pay gap is a very interesting issue. I don't really know how to approach it other than just to say that um, it's a very disingenuous issue as well. There's some instances where women actually make more money than men, particularly under 30, statistically. But then after that age, I think the gap, you do have men making more than women. Um, but there's arguments over why that happens. But here's the thing we kind of all fail to realize. You have entire sectors of work that women can do that men can't really be successful in to make money. Only OnlyFans, for example. Um, Average man can't make money off OnlyFans, but that's something that's utilized by women in order to make money. They use their body in order to make money, right? So um, not just that, but then let's say like a woman has like a boyfriend, or she has like some guy who's willing to send her money, right? Which is probably a lot more common than you think. But if it is a boyfriend, he's gonna pay for the date. He's gonna pay for extra gifts and stuff, and he's gonna be expected to pay on a date. He's gonna be expected to pay when they go out and things like that. So my problem with the pay gap is it only makes sense when you're talking about single women who aren't interacting with men whatsoever. Because when you think about the gap in pay, their interactions with men all but make up for that gap and even supersede it, especially if the man is rich. Because if the man is rich and he marries a woman, or if she's the boy or the girlfriend, or if she's got a sugar daddy, right? Then guess what? That pay gap becomes kind of null and void. In fact, she's got an advantage over most men because she can utilize. This is kind of like based off of a video I made before, the dual citizens, where it explains that women get the benefit of being a woman, and nowadays they get the benefit of being a woman and being in the workforce and taking the traditional male role. So they get to make money, and they also get to come about money in the same way that the average man would. Um, so it's disingenuous to say that this isn't fair because men get to make money and I make less money, even though that's not necessarily true, and it depends on the work life balance that a woman chooses. Uh, Not only that, when you think about finances and socioeconomic status, it's actually much more important for a man to accrue socioeconomic status, um, than a woman in order for him to actually be selected by women. Whereas for a woman, she's selected regardless of wherever she is on the socioeconomic rung. Doesn't matter. What's more prominent, more important is her looks, which, yeah, you could say it sucks to some degree because if she's not like at least a five, and she's probably not going to do all that good. Um, but that's five is average, right? So if you're an average woman, then you have the benefits of a woman, and then you have the benefits of getting a job, right? Men only have the benefits of getting a job. They don't really have the benefits of being a woman. They don't have beauty benefits. Most men, right? You do have like the top 1% that can be like models, right? Um, You got guys that are working for Vogue and stuff like that. Okay, that's fair. Uh, but yeah, the pay gap is largely disingenuous because it disregards the fact that women have a beauty advantage and the advantage of working in the workforce. And so it's not really fair to say that men benefit from this gap in pay when really a large amount of their focus on gaining financial and social economic freedom is to actually get women, right? Whereas women already have the leverage that those men are trying to get. So it's almost like, what is it, like Orbidos, where you have the woman is the snake, right? And she's eating her own tail. The tail being the man or the man's role. She's eating it. It's like an Orbidos. It's kind of sad, but it seems like everything we're doing is just this massive power struggle that's based off of misunderstandings that could be easily fixed. Yeah, that's all I got. Pay gap.